Norton with the press, trying to get at the turnover there. Here on the wing, Brooks almost stolen. And Pyle, little floater up. Galligan with the rebound.
It's right place, right time there, Richard. And Galligan able to get it and finish. What a job there by Carson Galligan, Rich.
Carson Galligan, several rebounds, several blocks, been doing it all in the post. Brookstone with a 1-point lead.
Rich, how about Sunday? We got Baseball Media Day. Are you excited about that or what?
Wait. As you know, we talked to Coach Mathis. We're excited. Brookstone, one of the many champions that are going to be featured in Baseball Media Day. Defending GIAA champions. Here's Jade Irvin for three. Got a block by
That was a block by Zawicki. How about her getting out there and contesting that?
That's her second block of the game. And Brookstone with a 1-point lead and the ball. And Pyle. What a crossover move off Span. Brooks with it. Left wing. Split the defenders.
Wow.
Puts up a shot. Rebounded by
Look
Galligan.
at Galligan.
Carson
Just
Galligan.
eating the glass, Rich.
Cleaning up the glass. And it's a 3-point lead for the Lady Cougars. Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Go like the Facebook page and subscribe to the YouTube channel. As is Thrift Barringer, Richard Holders here on a Friday night. Span, got right in the corner. Maddie Davis driving the baseline, puts up a shot.
That's a good move from Maddie. Just got to finish.
Got to finish. Zawicki with another rebound, and here come the Lady Cougars. They have scored all 4 points here in the second quarter. Nicholson for three. No good. Fighting for that rebound, and Carson Galligan says, I'll take that, and puts it off the glass. Largest lead of the game for Brookstone. Timeout on the floor.
They don't have an answer for it, Rich.
No, they do not. 5:32 left to go here in the second. Brookstone leads Calvary 13-8. We'll be back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Rick Williams. Here at Gordy Acton, we've been serving the ICU for 17 years. As a Government State Championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support.
.532 left to go here in the second here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Richard, what were you looking forward to in this one? Give me some of the matchups you were looking forward to.
I really want to see Charlie Span just pad the stat sheet. I think that she is ready to break out with a massive game for Calvary. As Carson Galligan. And also, Carson Galligan getting back into her rhythm after the injury. She's getting more valuable playing time, and she has been a force in the post like she was on the volleyball court. We live streamed several Brookstone games this year, and she had just incredible kills and definitely a great volleyball player. Brookstone did fall in the GIAA championship as they were the runners-up, but still a great season.
They're going to get an offensive foul there, Rich. You saw Powell pushed off.
She did.
Which led into the call being made. 13-8 here, 5:07. It's Richard, it's Thrift on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Charlie Span, top of the key, swings it over to Irvin. Irvin thought about the three. Back out, Griffin swings it over to Anna Norton for three. And right there is Zawicki with the rebound coming to her. And here comes Brookstone. They got a 5-point lead.
You got to find offense somewhere, Richard, than Lady Knights do. Where's that offense going to come from? Because right now, Galligan is just eating off the glass.
And Pyle, top of the key, guarded by Griffin. Swings it over.
Oh,
There's
wow.
Deal for three. Out of bounds, and Brookstone is going to keep possession.
Hey.
And Pyle with it. Trying to split the defenders, and that's going to be a foul on Calvary. Deal going to inbounds it. But we got a timeout. We'll go ahead and take another timeout here as you're watching Brookstone Calvary here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back after this. And we're back here at Brookstone. It's 4:13 left to go here in the second.
Galligan usually hits those jumpers, Rich.
Here's Jade Irvin taking it across the timeline. Irvin fires up a shot. It's going to stay right here with Calvary. Well, Calvary's been on a little bit of a scoring drought here in the second.
Neither team scored a lot of points here, Richard, but you're expecting for Brookstone, they just going to keep feeding Galligan. Who is that person right now for Calvary? Spawn's at a 3, Irvin's at a 3. Can either one of those get hot?
Over to Span, baseline, being guarded by Galligan. Span's going to take it back out behind the arc. Brookstone is outscored.
They got to know. Calvary. She doesn't know there's no shot on the
5-0.
time. She's got to let it go, Richard.
Inside, Van. And that's going to be a shot clock violation on Calvary. Yeah, you got to look up every once in a while and see that the shot clock, sometimes shot clocks are not going to be at the floor level. They're going to be up at the scoreboard. You got to peek up there every now and then. Pass over to
Good
Galligan.
hustle from Van.
Yeah, Brooklyn Van chased that one down. 3:28 left to go here in the second. Brookstone 4-12 overall, 1-3 in the region. Calvary 6-7 overall, 0-4 in the region. They're trying to pick up their first region win. As Deal inside of Galligan, firing up a 3 that's off the mark. And put up a shot. That was Katie Brooks? And it's now a 15-8 lead.
That was a good shot there by Brooks.
Katie
How
Brooks,
about that?
Yeah. 7-point lead by Brookstone. Charlie Span, the 8th grader, leading scorer on Calvary's team. Good screen. Little play fake over to Griffin. Back out. And racing
what
forward.
hustle.
Yep, they're racing forward, and Brookstone comes up with the possession. Back out to Beck. Brooks gets by her defender, and she carried. Well, Calvary's got to get something going on offense. They have yet to score here in the second. Don't forget, we got the Calvary boys and the Brookstone boys coming up after this contest.
Well, we got a timeout, Rich. I want to say thank you to CNAW News, CNAW2 News, as they are, we are their sports provider, exclusive sports provider throughout the year. Thank you to CNAW2 News and Colin Scroggins for being partnering with us. It's helped us expand our exposure for these athletes, and I'm excited about the future. So thank you again to CNAW2 News. We'll be right back after this.
We are back here at Brookstone. 15-8 is your score. Brookstone has outscored Calvary 8-0 here in the second. Calvary with the ball. And there's Charlie Spann putting up a three and misses. And rebounded by Zidwicki, and here comes the Lady Cougars.
Oh,
Nice
wow.
pass.
Right place, right time, and the
Kate
score.
Deal. She was able to get that one up, and now it's been all Brookstone here in the second as they are up 17-8. Tipped out of play, and Calvary will keep possession with 1:55 left to go. Calvary just needs a bucket.
Where's that bucket coming from?
Well, Charlie Spann's already got a three in this game. I mean, she's got to, as that's going to be a traveling violation on Tori Griffin. She's got to find offense, but you got to give the tip of the cap to Brookstone's defense. They have not made it easy. There's Katie Brooks, a little crossover inside. And fighting for it, that's going to be a jump ball. Calvary possession. Calvary plays Glenwood tomorrow. And I got a feeling, Thrift, that a lot of these schools are going to be playing 4 games in the next couple, probably next week, and 4 games the week after. They've got to get all these games that were postponed.
They got to be made up, Richard. They
do.
have to be played.
They're region games. Griffin back out to Davis. Swings it over to Spann. Spann lets a three fly off the arc. No good.
Nice job tipping that out.
There's a good play there by Belle Graham, and a steal by Charlie Spann. Inside to Graham, and that's going to be a foul on Brookstone. That's going to be on Caroline Peak. Looks like the 2 guards for Coach Ellison, Mickelson and Ann Pyle, are going to come back into the game. .105 left to go here in the second. It is 17-8, Brookstone on top over Calvary Christian. Get out of the corner to Davis. And
That's a
stolen
steal
by Ann Pyle. Guarded by Belle Graham. Pyle, Euro step up and good. Count the bucket. And Julianne Pyle will go to the line for the 3-point play. It has been all Brookstone here in the second with 57 seconds left to go. They have dominated here in the second on an 11-0 run. And the N1, it is 20-8, Brookstone on top. An incredible second quarter.
How does
for the
Calvary
Lady
get
Cougars.
back in this, Rich?
They got to get buckets. I know that's an understatement. But they have not had any open space. The shots aren't falling, and they're not able to drive the lane because they cannot match up with the size of Brookstone in the post. Spann over to Van. Van over to Griffin, top of the key. She controls the dribble. Less than a minute to go. Swings it over to Davis. Maddie Davis. Spann, nice move. She was looking for the screen. Now 29 seconds left to go. Shot clock down to 8. It goes out of bounds back to Brookstone, and Brookstone can now hold for the final shot. And Calvary Christian, unless they get a turnover here, they will leave the second quarter without a point. An incredible defensive performance by the Lady Cougars. Here's Brooks. Katie Brooks with a three. It rattles in and out. And kicked out to Spann. 14 seconds.
Here's their chance.
Here
Fast
comes Charlie
break.
Spann, and that is good. And that snaps the scoring streak, and they finally get their first 2 points of the second. And they really needed that one. 2 seconds. 1. Will not get it off. And it was the Brookstone Cougars outscoring Calvary 13-2 in that second quarter to take a 10-point lead going into the locker room. As we'll be back after this here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Want to thank CNAW2 and Colin Scroggins for allowing us to be the exclusive sports provider of CNAW2 News and Colin Scroggins. Go to CNAW2news.com for all the information around the Chattahoochee Valley area. Thank you again. And we are so thankful for our partnership with them and bringing you all the sports. They're bringing you all the news and weather. Get it all from one click from your phone on Facebook and on CNAW2news.com. Thrift Barringer here, Calvary 10, Brookstone 20. That first half was dominated by Carson Galligan, Taylor Zawicki. They were dominating the glass. Calvary only scored 2 points, and it was at the end of the quarter for them. And they're down 10. Brookstone suffocating defense, and Calvary's been hard for them to even find open shots, just like Anna Norton. And this time, no, getting the rebound was Van, has it blocked. And then jump ball, possession arrow, points to Calvary. Boys coming up next. Thrift Barringer, Richard Holdridge will be joining us here in just a second. Riley Bamberg on the camera, who is running our social media. And we also, of course, always the legendary Chrissy Gates. We're going to have a full team at CVCC on Sunday. Really looking forward to the Baseball Media Day. And I will give credit to Richard Holdridge. It was his idea last year. Had a lot of success with it, and glad we're doing year 2. There's be something wet on the floor. Thank you to Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC for all your banking needs. Thank you to Kinetic Credit Union. Also, thank you to Pepsi. Of course, Buffalo Rock. Enjoying a Pepsi. Every time I go out and get a drink, I want a Pepsi, Starry, or Do the Do Mountain Dew. When I want something to drink with my pizza or wings, or thank you to CVCC. Thank you to Masterwall. Grant Smithwick on the staff at Calvary. The Smithwick started Masterwall as one of the leading initiative wall finders there are. So any type of interior and exterior wall, Masterwall has it for you. Also thank you to Gordy Eye Care, the official eye care of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. It just referred Coach Mo Scott to Gordy Eye Care. Said, listen, you don't go to anyone else other than Griff Gordy. He's going to take care of you. And Gordy Eye Care, exclusive sponsor of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Irvin, short, Van there to clean it up. And that's what they're going to need more of. Second chance opportunities. Brooklyn Van there to lay it in. And makes it an 8-point game. Galligan, and Van's going to push her in the back and get a foul. Again, all the games locally that were going to be played here in Muskogee County and Harris County and across the river in Alabama all got rescheduled. Glenwood is on the road, but none here at home except for this one. So all games were rescheduled. This is the only game locally here in town that is going on. So we thank y'all for tuning in on this cold Friday night, and we hope you were safe and enjoyed the snow. And building a snowman, throwing snow, whatever it may be. It was an awesome week here in Columbus, Georgia. And at least it was hope it was awesome for you. 20-12, and they're going to get a foul. Zawicki has the ball go right through her hands. That's another Brookstone turnover, and Calvary will get the basketball. We put the updated standings for all 16 of the schools that we have in our coverage area for this year. And good move from Irvin. Not able to connect with the layup. And we'll talk about these two teams here in just a moment. So you can go to Georgia Alabama Sports Live on Facebook and see all the updated standings from Central to all the Muskogee County School to Pacelli, Calvary, and Brookstone to Glenwood to Russell County, Smith Station, Northside. And for these two programs, Brookstone comes in 1-3 in region play, 4-12 overall, as that one's short. As Span battling for the rebound, and Zawicki has a jump ball. And Calvary's 0-4, 6-7 overall. Galligan, turn around, no. Galligan seals the ball and this time finishes. Jonathan Gordon in the building. His boys coming up next. Two highly contested games. It's a huge one. Winner will be in sole possession of, well, if Brookstone wins, they'll tie for second place. If Calvary wins, they'll pretty much solidify being in second place in the region, maybe even first if they can beat Pacelli. 22-14, as Span has that one go out of bounds. No, Norton somehow picks it up. Irvin. Dump down to Van, and good pass. Just goes right through Van's hands. And Calvary Brookstone played earlier last week. Brookstone lost to Calvary. In the girls, Brookstone beat the Lady Knights. For the boys' side, Calvary is 3-1, 11-9. Ranked number 8 in the GIAA. Brookstone, 2-2, 10-9, ranked number 10 in the GIAA. So this game is not only big for region implications, but it is also big for seeding in the GIAA when the playoffs come out. Top 12 teams make it. What a pass and layup from Zawicki. And Galligan gets the assist. After him almost stolen, but Van there and gets fouled. Oh, the aggressiveness from Brooklyn Van. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. Tomorrow, Glenwood and Calvary. That's a rivalry. And if you were to ask me coming into this year, what is Calvary's biggest rivalry in basketball, I would probably have said Glenwood. Now it's probably turning into Brookstone and Pacelli because they're being in the same region and in the same classification, the same league. But that Glenwood Calvary, they've played each other. They used to play each other every year. Had a little bit of a hiatus. They're back playing every year. It is also Glenwood's senior night. So Coach Purdue's going to have festivities, and he's looking forward to ending these seniors with a win. Coach Gordon would love nothing more than to send them home upset. That'll be tomorrow at 12 and 1:30. As Powell thought about shooting it and doesn't. Pass and good hands from Van. What a pass to Span, and a layup is good. Good outlet from Van, and an easy layup from Span. Cuts it to 8 again. Drive and a foul. And who they're going to call that on? They're going to call it on Irvin. Timeout, we'll take one. 3:11 here in the third. Cougars on top by 6.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, Energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
We're back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Cougars leading Calvary by 6. As Deal travels, and it will go back to Calvary. They've got it within 6. Stolen away by Powell. And she will travel. They would have finished, but they got the travel before that. Coach Kim Ellison was a phenomenal player at San Diego State and Georgia Tech. Played at Hardaway, was one of the best women's player ever in our area, as Irvin will shoot a 3 and miss. And you got Coach Jonathan Norton, who's a Hall of Famer and did a phenomenal job with CSU Lady Cougars program before becoming principal of Winbrook and now principal and coach at Calvary. Foul is going to be called, and Zawicki will go for a pair of free throws. Zawicki, first shot is no good. Some subs coming in now for Brookstone and Calvary. Ellie Stokes checks into the game. And Charlie Spann comes back in as well with Victoria Griffin, Alexis Smith, and Brooklyn Van. Here comes Spann. Both free throws no good, and Spann, bad pass. Up ahead to Brooks. Brooks lays it in. Katie Brooks puts the Cougars back up 8. Drive and a foul. Victoria Griffin aggressively takes it to the basket, and they're going to get a foul. And it'll send her to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. First shot is good there from Griffin, the junior. Misses the second. Van with a hustle. Shoots up a 3. No. Spann gets the rebound and pulls it out. Smart play from the 8th grader. She'll jack up a 3 and is short. Alexis Smith knocks it out of bounds, and it'll go to the Lady Cougars. Here comes Galligan. Galligan to Brooks. Nice pass. Brooks not able to finish. And then a foul on the Lady Cougars. So go to Calvary. Powell, Galligan. Ava Mickelson. Caroline Peak and Brooks are the 5 out there for the Lady Cougars. Cross-court pass. Nicholson. And they're going to get a foul and 2 shots. And I don't think Victoria Griffin can believe that. So she'll shoot a pair of free throws. Coach Ellison is not understanding that call. Misses the first free throw. Misses the second. Galligan with the rebound. Powell fouled. Two shots now for Powell. Julianne Powell, the sophomore, hitting the first. She's come on strong here her sophomore season. Powell makes the second. Back to 9-point lead. And a travel by Norton. Zawicki will come in. Sally Beck will also come in. And get Julianne Powell a break. Peak to Mickelson. Back down to Peak. Peak stolen. Ellie Stokes. Norton. And off the glass, no. Maddie Davis shot that one. And then a carry, and it will go back to Calvary with 12.1 left in the quarter. Norton tried to glass it in, not able to. Norton misses it. And we're going to go to the fourth. Lady Cougars lead the Lady Knights by 9 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Georgia Alabama Sports Live is proud to partner with one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock. And without this partnership, it would be hard to be able to live stream all the different sporting events at high schools, colleges, and local professional teams every single week like we do. So we thank Buffalo Rock for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast, make sure you're drinking a nice, refreshing Pepsi. Delicious. Thank you to Buffalo Rock and Pepsi.
Are you looking for a great deal on a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC full-size truck? Check them out. Chevy Silverado and GMC Sierras side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika, Alabama. Take your choice. A brand new 2024 Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks, discounted up to $15,000 off, or 0% financing. Plus, no payments till springtime. Here at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, get ready to smile.
We're back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Final quarter, Lady Cougars trying to get win number 2 in region play. Number 5 overall in the season as Span misses. And it will stay with the Lady Knights. Boys coming up next. Irvin, no. Van hustles for it. Zawicki able to gather it. Zawicki not able to finish, and it's fouled. So Zawicki will go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. We want to thank Zaxby's and Judson Humphreys. Visit the Zaxby's in Phoenix City specifically every time you go and say Georgia Alabama Sports Live sent you. Thank you to Zaxby's. We'll have the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. We also want to say thank you to State Farm, Carol Purdue, and Terry Johnson Agency. Been serving the community for over 30 years in Alabama and Georgia. State Farm, Carol Purdue, and Terry Johnson Agency for being supporters and sponsors of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Shot is good from Zawicki. And another steal. Danger zone time for Calvary. It's double digits. Pull up jumper, not even close. Zawicki, though, gets the rebound. Galligan. Got to get a shot off. It does. It's short. And we'll go to Calvary. And Irvin throws that too far ahead. Galligan, good move. Nice pass and score. That's great basketball from Galligan and Zawicki. Span is fouled. Irvin, three-pointer, no. Dump down. Span. And a timeout by Calvary. We'll take 1-2. We'll be back here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And a foul that's going to send Julianne Powell to the line. The Lady Cougars up by 12. Boys coming up next here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Free throw no good. Calvary down 13. This is their biggest deficit of the game since being down 20-7. Irvin. And a foul. This time is going to send Victoria Griffin to shoot a pair of free throws. It's also senior night here at Brookstone, so we will have senior night presentations coming up right after this game. Layup by Katie Brooks. Puts them up 15. Brooks trying to go baseline. They're going to get a foul. And that one's going to be on Ellie Stokes. .426. .17-point lead now for the Cougars.